Last week, I wanted to create synthetic streams of geolocation data for ships moving around the Seattle harbor. So I introduced a new generator called waypoints. It's pretty simple. All you do is you give it a series of coordinates that represent a path for the object to move between. And then you say the speed at which the object is moving and the scale, which is how many events do you want per kilometer that the object actually moves. All you do is you take the output of waypoints and you feed it into another generator called geoposition, which extracts the coordinates one at a time. And so here you can see in my clause to actually put the data into Postgres. I have latitude and longitude. I'm just extracting it out of the variable called position. And then I do a little bit to make sure that the types in Postgres look right. And I skew the data a little bit to make sure that the path isn't completely straight, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then lastly, I set the number of the amount of time between each event actually being emitted. And here is where ShadowTraffic takes care of the math to make sure that the speed is actually matching the number of events emitted. So I'll run ShadowTraffic here on the left in development mode. We'll check that the data actually looks right. I see latitude and longitude. That looks fine. I'm going to redirect it now and actually send it off to Postgres. And here I can visualize it through a Grafana setup, which is pretty cool. So I have the ship moving at kind of an unreasonable speed of I think 1,000 kilometers an hour, just to make it the path actually move along pretty well. And here you see that jitter that I talked about. I used another generator that composed over it to just change the path slightly so that it's not moving in that exact straight line. And all it's going to do is it's going to loop around the harbor in Seattle. This was a point, this was a point, this was a point. You see how that array of waypoints actually starts to stack up. And then it's just going to exit out of the harbor of Seattle and go off into the Puget Sound. And that's how waypoints works.